Welcome to the listening window, your space to listen, speak, and feel one sentence at a time. Today's story is called The Piano Beneath the Dust. It's about a woman, a childhood home, and the secrets left behind in the silence of a forgotten room. What she finds beneath the dust will change everything she believed about her family. Repeat after every sentence. And don't forget, you can download the full story script for reading and practice by clicking the link in the description. Now, let's begin. My name is Claire. I hadn't been back to the house in almost 17 years. Not since my mother died. It stood at the edge of a quiet street where the wind always carried the smell of pine and old fireplaces. It was my childhood home, but it felt like it belonged to someone else now. I returned only because of the letter. It arrived 2 weeks ago. No return address. Just my name, written in shaky cursive. Inside was a single sentence. He never stopped playing for you. And a key. I didn't know who sent it, but I knew what house the key belonged to. My father's. The man who raised me, but hadn't spoken to me since the funeral. He was a pianist. Classical. Precise. Disappearing into music like it was the only thing that made him real. When my mother passed, he shut himself off. And when I left for college, he never called. Not once. I tried a few times, but eventually I stopped. Some silences become comfortable. When I stepped into the house, it smelled the same. Dust, old books, and something faintly like rosemary. The living room was untouched. Furniture covered in white sheets. Photos still on the wall. But none of me. It was like I'd been erased. Except, in the center of the room sat his piano. Uncovered. Clean. Perfect. As if he'd played it that morning. I walked closer, and I noticed something strange. A string tied around the middle C key. Delicate. Thin. Like the kind you use on gift boxes. Attached to it was a small folded note. Underneath. I lifted the lid of the bench. Just old sheet music. Books. But when I ran my hand along the bottom, I felt something loose. A hidden compartment. Inside it, a box. And inside the box, cassette tapes. Each labeled by date. Each marked Claire. I hadn't seen a cassette in years. But there was an old tape player in my father's study. I pressed play on the first one. And I heard his voice. Claire, it's been 3 weeks since you left. The house is quiet without your footsteps. I froze. He'd recorded this? To me? I played the next tape. I miss hearing you play. I still play your song every night. The one you wrote when you were 12. My throat tightened. I had forgotten about that song. He hadn't. There were dozens of tapes. Each one a letter. A conversation. A confession. He spoke of memories I thought he'd forgotten. Remember the snow globe from Boston? It's still on the mantle. I dust it every Friday. I kept your drawings. The one with the crooked sun still makes me laugh. And slowly, the voice I'd remembered as distant began to feel close again. Wounded, but still loving. Then I reached the last tape. It was dated 3 months ago. I pressed play. He sounded older, tired. Claire, if you ever find this, it means I'm gone. My eyes filled with tears. I wasn't good at speaking. You always knew how to say what I couldn't. But I played it. Every night. Your song. I'm sorry for the silence. It wasn't your fault. I just didn't know how to grieve her. Or you. But I loved you. Every day. And every note. I sat there for a long time. Just holding the empty tape. Wishing I could reply. Wishing I'd come back sooner. But then I noticed something else. Underneath the tape box, a sealed envelope. My name on the front. Inside was a photo. Me as a child, sitting beside him at the piano. And a letter. I sent you this because I knew someday you'd return. Music carries more than sound. It carries memory. And mine were always full of you. There was no signature, but there didn't need to be one. I stayed in the house that night, and for the first time in 17 years, I played the piano. The same song I wrote as a child. The one he never stopped playing for me. And somehow it felt like he was still there. Thank you for spending time with me on the listening window. Now I'd love to hear from you. What if you discovered a hidden message from someone you thought had forgotten you? Drop your alternate ending in the comments below. Let's turn the story into a conversation. And if you'd like to practice reading, you can download the full script by clicking the link in the description. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell for more stories like this. Only on the listening window.